Imagine loving someone with all your heart, trusting them completely, and then slowly becoming convinced that they have betrayed you. Not because it was true, but because someone manipulated your mind. Today's story is one of the greatest tragedies ever written, a story filled with love, jealousy, betrayal, lies, and heartbreak. This is the story of Othello, a brave warrior, a loving wife, and a dangerous villain who destroyed them both. So make yourself comfortable and let's dive into this unforgettable story. The story begins in Venice, a rich and powerful city famous for trade, politics, and war. In this city lived Othello, a respected military general. Othello was brave, intelligent, and highly skilled in battle. People admired him because he had won many wars for Venice. But Othello was also different from others. He was a Moor, a dark skinned outsider living in Venetian society. Many people secretly judged him because of his appearance and background. Still, Othello earned respect through his courage and leadership. One day, a beautiful young woman named Desdemona fell in love with him. Desdemona was the daughter of a rich and powerful senator named Brabantio. Many young men wanted to marry her, but Desdemona was fascinated by Othello's life stories, his adventures, his battles, and the hardships he had survived. The more she listened to him, the more she admired him, and eventually they fell deeply in love. The two secretly got married, but when Desdemona's father discovered the marriage, he became furious. He could not accept that his daughter had married Othello. He even accused Othello of using magic to trick her. But Desdemona bravely defended her husband. She told everyone that she truly loved Othello and had chosen him willingly. In the end, the marriage was accepted. For a moment, everything seemed perfect. But hidden in the shadows, someone was already planning their destruction. Othello had a soldier named Iago working under him. At first glance, Iago seemed honest, loyal, and trustworthy. But inside, he was filled with jealousy and hatred. Why? Because Othello had promoted another soldier, Cassio, instead of him. Iago believed he deserved the promotion. His pride was wounded, and from that moment, he secretly decided to ruin Othello's life. Iago was extremely clever. He understood human emotions better than anyone. He knew exactly how to manipulate people. And his greatest weapon was not strength, it was psychology. Iago realized that Othello trusted him completely, so instead of attacking directly, he planned something far more dangerous. He would poison Othello's mind, slowly, carefully, one lie at a time. After their marriage, Othello and Desdemona traveled to Cyprus because of military duties. Everything seemed peaceful at first. Cassio remained loyal and respectful toward Othello and Desdemona, but Iago began creating problems secretly. First, he tricked Cassio into getting drunk and starting a fight. As a result, Othello removed Cassio from his position. Cassio felt ashamed and desperate. Iago then gave him advice. He told Cassio to ask Desdemona for help in convincing Othello to forgive him. Cassio trusted Iago and followed his suggestion. Now, Iago's real plan began. Whenever Cassio spoke to Desdemona, Iago made sure Othello noticed it. Then, very carefully, Iago began planting doubts in Othello's mind. At first, he said very little. He only hinted that something might be wrong. And sometimes, silence is more powerful than words. Othello became curious. "What are you trying to say?" he asked. Iago pretended to hesitate. He acted as if he did not want to hurt Othello. This made Othello trust him even more. Finally, Iago suggested that Desdemona and Cassio might secretly be having an affair. At first, Othello refused to believe it. He loved Desdemona deeply, but the human mind is fragile. Once doubt enters the heart, it begins to grow. And Iago continued feeding that doubt every single day. One day, Desdemona accidentally lost a special handkerchief. This handkerchief was Othello's first gift to her. It symbolized their love. Iago secretly took the handkerchief and placed it where Cassio would find it. Later, when Othello saw Cassio with the handkerchief, he was shocked. To him, this felt like proof. Now jealousy completely consumed him. His thoughts became dark and violent. He stopped listening to Desdemona. He ignored her innocence. Instead of trusting his loving wife, he trusted Iago's lies. This is what jealousy does. It blinds people. It destroys logic. It turns love into suspicion. And slowly, Othello transformed from a noble hero into a broken man controlled by anger. Desdemona had no idea why Othello's behavior changed. She still loved him deeply. But suddenly, Othello became cold, angry, and suspicious. He questioned her constantly. He insulted her, sometimes he even frightened her. Yet Desdemona remained loyal. She kept trying to save their relationship. She could not understand that someone was secretly destroying it from behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Iago continued manipulating everyone around him. He lied effortlessly, and because he appeared honest, nobody suspected him. This is what made him so dangerous. Sometimes the most harmful people are not loud or aggressive. Sometimes they are calm, polite, and smiling. Eventually, Othello's jealousy reached its limit. He became convinced that Desdemona had betrayed him, and in his mind, there was only one solution. Late one night, Othello entered Desdemona's room. She was innocent, completely innocent. Desdemona begged him to believe her. She cried. She tried to explain. But Othello's mind had already been poisoned. Blinded by jealousy and rage, he killed the woman who truly loved him. Moments later, the terrible truth finally came out. Iago's lies were exposed. Everyone realized that Desdemona had never betrayed Othello. She had been faithful all along. At that moment, Othello understood what he had done. The pain and guilt crushed him. He realized that he had destroyed the person he loved most because he trusted the wrong man. Unable to live with the horror of his actions, Othello took his own life beside Desdemona. And Iago, the man responsible for all the destruction, was arrested. But by then, it was too late. Too many lives had already been drained. The story of Othello remains powerful even today because its message is timeless. Jealousy can destroy relationship, manipulation can poison the human mind, and blind anger can lead people to make irreversible mistakes. The play teaches us the importance of communication, trust, and emotional control because sometimes the greatest enemy is not outside us. It is the fear and suspicion growing inside our own hearts. And that was the tragic story of Othello. What do you think? Was Othello only a victim of manipulation? Or should he be blamed for failing to trust Desdemona? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more classic stories, English learning content, and powerful life lessons. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.